Hello, my sweet friends. Welcome to the Arc Cake Coach podcast. My name is Cristina Revalo. I'm a sugar paste modeling artist, a teacher, a coach for cake artists, Cake Friends Day creative community manager, award winning cake decorator, and representative of international cake competitions. I'm so happy to have you here. If you are a cake artist, a cake enthusiast, or a baker who is seeking some help, in anything related to your time management, social media management, setting your goals for yourself or your business, your mindset towards your business, or even a few hints of how to be part of the international cake community, cake collaboration, and cake competitions, you are in the right place. So, welcome to today's episode. Well, hello, my sweet friends. Christina here. I'm so happy to be back here on the Arcade Coach podcast and be talking to you after what it was a very exciting, hectic, tiring, emotional roller coaster weekend at Cake International in Birmingham, UK, and of course the Cake Masters Awards ceremony. Like I mentioned before, I just posted a video on my social media talking about this episode. First of all, sorry that the episode didn't air yesterday on a Tuesday, as it always does. But I came back on Monday and I had no voice. I had absolutely no voice yesterday, and I couldn't record it. And I really, really wanted to record it live. I mean, the day that it was going to air, because I wanted to transmit the emotion that was this weekend. And so that's why the episode is airing this today, Wednesday, instead of a Tuesday. But next week we're back on track. I need to get back on track with my life. It's been hectic since a long time, not just this weekend, because all of you who participated know, and all of you have been in the Cake International, either as a competitor, either as an exhibitor, or demoing, or at the awards, or nominated. You all know that this has been probably what, a month of a roller coaster of emotions, lacks of sleeps and stress, and it all picked on the last weekend with everything that went on. And then it's like, okay, it's over, and it has left me, and I'm sure many of you, with a beautiful taste of friendship, of community, of learning, of sharing. I mean, there's so much going on, but I'm going to be talking a little bit. Not actually, I think this episode is going to be a little bit longer, and I'm going to be talking about many things related to Cake International, from competing to meeting friends to expectations to losing my luggage to a lot of things that went on. And it's going to be more to the personal side, but I'm sure you can relate to what I'm going to be sharing with you. So grab your cup of coffee, relax, or if you're driving, whatever you do while you're listening to my episode, just relax, listen to the episode, and please, please, please give me your feedback, because I would love to hear your opinion about everything that I will be sharing today. So, are you ready? Here we go. Okay, so Cake International for me started about, I don't know, 6 months ago, maybe more. Everything starts with, okay, let's find. I live in Portugal, in Lisbon, Portugal, and of course you have to find uh, hotels and flights and everything. So that's when you start thinking about it, but you see it very far away. I mean, I guess I started in February, more or less, and you see it far away, and then it comes closer and it comes closer and closer and closer, and then by August, I think I said, okay, I have to sit down and do my piece, because I was going to compete for the first time in the small exhibit category. And I was like, okay, I need to start doing my piece. And that's when the emotions starts to go, to flow, to go up, and you start thinking about, what are you going to do? Is this going to please the judges? Is this going to be okay? Is this going to be enough? Something that I'm comfortable with, that is in my expertise. There was an episode here on the podcast with Miriam Pearson. Bless her heart. I love her to death. Miriam, I had the chance to meet her in person. And I mean, she's an angel. She was one of my angels this weekend. And like she said that I'm her sister from Portugal. She's my sister from Ireland, for sure. And I miss you deeply. And she shared with us in an episode about all the things related to Cake International. I mean, she was spot on then, and now that I went through the experience, she was absolutely spot on. Everything, the nerves, the thinking of the pieces, the everything was accurate. Everything she shared with us. So if you didn't listen to that episode, go back and check it out, because she was good. She was really good. I mean, she is good. She's a sweetheart. And going back to the original thought that I was sharing with you. So yes, all the excitement, all the things. So the stress started with my piece, because I wanted to make something that shared me and shared what I do, and what for me is this sugar art. I have to be honest with you guys, and I talked to one of my friends, my roomie, my cholis. I talked to her on the competition. So we all have to know where we stand. I don't have the best technique. I know that. I know I have to improve a lot of what I do. Yes, I know there's thousands of people with better techniques, but you have to know your strength as well. And my strength are that I put so much love on these sugar dolls, and I want to share a story through them, that I picked an illustration. And I have to be clear that the original design comes from an illustration from another artist. It's not my original design, because I think we should most of us, note people there, you know, most of us takes our inspirations from illustrations or paintings or nature or work or whatever. If you do take your inspiration from other artists, acknowledge them, because they are the ones that inspire you to create a beautiful piece. So my inspiration was from an illustration that I will be sharing the links here. I finally found the artist. It took me a while to track the artist on Pinterest, and it's a really fun illustration. It's a little girl on top of a bunch of toys. She's like conquering the world, and it there was so much emotion on that piece that that's what I wanted to transmit. So I did participate. I finally did my piece. At the beginning, I was very stressed. I was thinking more of what the judges were going to look at, instead of thinking of my own art. That was getting me into a very overwhelming stage, until I said, you know what, stop. Just do what you do, and just go with the flow and do the best that you can. And I got a bronze, which for me is amazing, because I really, honestly, guys, I thought I was going to be either disqualify or not enough to have a score, or as much as I was going to get was merit. My expectations were very low, and I was like, okay, I just want to put my piece there and get over with. I love the message that is transmitting. I love the life that this little girl has. I will be sharing also links for the picture so you can check it out. And that's it. So when I saw the bronze, was like, oh, they gave me something. I would have been happy with a lollipop. I'm telling you, this is absolutely. So it was great for me. It was the first time. The feedback from the judges was spot on. They mentioned the things that lower my score, where the technicality, that's what I mentioned I need to improve. The other thing they mentioned was that the piece seemed that one part of the piece was done very relaxed and with time, and the other in a rush. Absolutely, it's like the first half of my piece was done with time. You know, I was taking care of every little detail, but the second part was I had to rush it. So I know that happened. And also transportation from Portugal to UK. was a big hectic, and some things got broken. And then comes the second part of my story. But we're gonna get into a second into there. In there, we're going to get to that in a second. First, I want to say that it was a great experience, very tiring experience, and honestly, even though Miriam is gonna kill me, my other friends know what I'm talking about. I think competing is not for me. I mean, you have to realize what you're good at and what you're there for. As I have other friends that I met there, the amazing Ana Remigio from Portugal, she carried, I think it was 9 or 11 pieces to compete for her, and her kids also competed as well. And she's amazing. She does great things. She loves the competition, she lives for it. And great is like, ugh, for me, it's like my nervous system is going to break if I keep doing this. And I had a very small, tiny piece. So imagine carrying a big one. So yeah, there's people for everything. I'm saying it here right now on the podcast after the weekend, maybe because I'm tired, that I'm not competing. I'm definitely going to do demos and teaching and sharing. That's my thing. I loved it. Competing, not so much, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I'm saying this right now, next year I will compete again. I don't know. So the other part of the story, that was about my piece. So very rewarding experience, very happy with the results. um I mean, the amount of expertise and the quality of the work that you see there is phew, is beyond, and is inspiring. It's actually inspiring to be better, to grow, to learn, to improve your work when you see other people's work. It's amazing. The second part of the story is that one of the reasons that I couldn't repair my piece when it came back was because when I arrived at the Birmingham airport, my bag didn't arrive, my luggage. My heart sank. I had a connection through Brussels, and my bag disappeared somewhere in the middle, and I had everything in there. I had sugar paste, tools to repair my piece. I had my clothes, of course. I had my dress for the gala. I had my life was in that suitcase because, as you know, you cannot carry any tools on your handbag. So my handbag was actually filled with other sugar paste pieces that were traveling there for my demos, because I had a demo with the National Sugar Art Association. The most, I mean, the sweetest ladies I've ever met, and the people that sat with me through the demo was lovely and amazing. I taught them, I shared with them how I place the hair on sugar dolls, and it was great. Then so the pieces, the sugar dolls for the hair were in my hand luggage. I had a demo at the Saraceno stand on Sunday, so all the pieces for the demo were there, and also participating in the Saraceno Christmas collaboration, and my piece was in there in my hand luggage. So I had no clothes in my hand luggage, but only my sugar pieces, maybe a scarf and a hat. I don't know. That's it. That's all that I had. I'm just gonna get a sip of water because this is gonna get long. So when I didn't see my bag coming out, I was like, my heart sank. My sweet, lovely friends, Rashida and Raquel and Miriam, were outside waiting for me. I was texting them. They had to wait. I had to make the claim, and I have to say, people were very nice at the airport. The baggage claim people were very. I mean, they did what they could. They were very nice. I didn't make a scene. I'm not that kind of person. Actually, they were asking me like, why aren't you crying? Why aren't you desperate? It's like, what will I solve being desperate? Nothing. I just need to get this sort out. They mentioned that it could come in the next flight, and it didn't. Then the next day there was another flight around 3:30 in the afternoon, and it didn't. And then they finally called and said that they might have the bag at 11 o'clock Friday night. So I spent actually more than 24 hours without clothes. And that's when I think one of the biggest lessons that I learned in this weekend happened. I'm I'm a very controlling person, as I've said before in the episodes. I mean, I like things under control. I like to have everything sorted out. And I had two things during this trip that made me realize that sometimes you have to let go, and sometimes you have to let other people do things for you. One of them being the plane. I actually found out my fear of flying had been growing as I grow older, which is stupid, but it happened, and I had to work it out. And one of the things that my therapist actually helped me with that. One of the things that she said is, "The pilot, not what he's doing. Let him take care of you." And I was like, "Yeah, maybe that's my issue. I need to let people. I cannot control everything. I cannot fly a plane, so I cannot control everything, and I need to let people take care of me." So I started, getting relaxed and doing some meditations and working on it. And actually, I have to say that I did enjoy the flights. It was relaxing. I was so tired and I was so overwhelmed with everything that actually, when I put my head on the chair, on the plane, I was like, "Okay, Christina, just let go." I was like, "Relax and sleep," because what else can you do? And I actually enjoyed it. So thanks to my therapist, thanks to all the podcasts and videos I watched on YouTube and meditation, that happened. So I recommend it if you have any issues with flying. So that was the first part. And the second part, me again, being controlling and trying to control everything, is I didn't have my luggage. I didn't have my clothes. And part of the controlling thing is, and I don't know if this can resonate with any of you. I'm sorry if I said before, this is going to go more into the personal side today, but we can all learn lessons from everything. Is that I love helping people. The Art K coach is for helping make me alive, helping getting people to achieve things, and giving them the tools to achieve what they want to achieve, to complete their goals, helping them in whatever they need. I'm there. It's like, there's something you need to do. It's like, who needs it? I'm here. I can help you. Let me see how we solve. I'm a solving person. I like to solve things. And but we have people like us, like me, and if you're like that, we have a counterpart that is that we don't like to take help. It's hard for us to accept people to help us because we think that we always have to have the control and help everybody else, and we're alive when we're helping everybody else. But if somebody help us, you feel like, I don't know, you feel like your superpower has been taken from you. So for me, that was hard. And I found myself on a different country with my family was not there, obviously, just with the support of my friends. And I mean, not only they came through, they were my angels. They gave me everything. They gave me clothes. They gave me underwear. They gave me shower products, everything. And so freely, so nicely. They helped me so much. And not only that, I posted online that I lost my luggage, and the amount of messages, it was overwhelming. I had private messages from people in India asking me if my luggage arrived, all because of this K community, that they were praying to the gods that my bag arrived, sending all the positive energy that they could. My family over here was, they were so my husband was so mad because say, all her life is in that luggage and she worked so hard to get there. Why? And everybody was so supportive. I mean, the amount of love and support I got. People I didn't know sent me messages. I even got a comment on my Facebook from David Close, sir. He's like the head judge of Vacation International, and he asked me if my if my bag actually arrived. I became a meme in this weekend. I don't know if you know this, but everybody's like, "Oh, that was you. You lost the luggage. You lost. I mean, your luggage got lost. I didn't lose it. Your luggage got lost. Are you okay? Do you need anything?" Sylvia from Sarashino is like, "I'm gonna take you shopping. What do you need? What do you want? I can take you things." It's like everything. Everybody was so nice, so nice that it really got to me. It made me emotional. It got to my heart. It's like, ah. And my husband said to me, "You help so much people. Let them help you." And it was actually, yes, that's one of the biggest lessons that I learned this weekend. It's like, whatever you put outside, whatever you put out into the universe, it does come back. And it does come back multiplied by thousands, because you have no idea the amount of love that I got back. And I will be eternally grateful to all of you for saving me during a day and a half, because it did. It finally arrived. My bags have finally arrived. Midnight Friday, there are pictures on my Facebook of me crying next to my bag. It's like, yes, it happened. I have my bag. I was so happy because everything was back on track. So, but it was a lesson. I always like to think that everything that happens for a reason. So I really believe that one of the biggest lessons of this weekend was that when you help and when you put out there, things come back to you multiplied and even better. So if there's a lesson to be learned, that's the one. And just like, oh, Christina, come on, people are there for you as well. So that is the first episode that happened in Cake International. That's how my weekend started. And then I'm going to go into the next part, that it was the competition, meeting the people, and everything else. So let me just take a pause for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, now going back to the experience of the Cake International. I'm not going to go into the Cake Awards yet, but the Cake International. The fair was amazing. The place was great. It was so well organized. Even though I heard the comment from some of my friends that had been there before the pandemic, especially not before last year, but before the pandemic, that it used to be bigger, it used to be more people, more hectic, that you couldn't walk around. I mean, there had its times when it was more hectic and full of people, but for me, it was amazing. It was great seeing everybody, seeing all the products, having the chance to buy different products that we might not find in here, seeing the demos, looking at the amazing collaborations. Big shout out to the Sugars. I think it's Sugar Spooks. I hope I'm not saying your name wrong. You guys did an amazing job. It's like it was like a haunted house that you enter, but everything was made of edible materials. It's like, wow. I mean, the amount of artistry, and you even got like spook people would jump at you and scare you. That was really, really fun. So big shout out to you guys. Awesome, awesome collaboration. The others as well. I saw the Peaky Blinders one and that one. That I didn't have the chance to see anything else. So the event of Cake International, awesome. Then you have the competition. Like I said, I already told you all the story about my participation. But it's I'm not gonna say it's funny. It's interesting to see everybody, to see them when you enter and they're like organizing and repairing their piece or putting the final details before placing them in the judging table. Then when you see the judges walking around and looking at your piece, but you cannot look too much because they don't want to see that it's you. Then you have the results, and it's like, whoa, that's a roller coaster of emotions in there. Because as I was very happy with my bronze, there's people who get this very seriously and they're going for the goal. And if they don't get the goal, I mean, all that building of emotions that I mentioned before is just, it just crumbles down, and they cry, they feel, they don't like it, they complain. It's like it's really, it's a roller coaster of emotions. And looking at people, how serious they take their job, as it should. It was a whole experience as well. Meeting friends, that's, I mean, if as if any of the money that I paid was worth something, was worth meeting all my sweet friends and my community. It's so good to put a face in, a Facebook profile that you've been talking to for almost 2 years, because I've been talking to some of these people from almost 2 years. And I did have, I wanted to have the time for them. I wanted to have the time to go say hello and give them a kiss and take a selfie. Sorry if I didn't take any. I mean, there's people that I've just, I mean, I was so happy meeting them that I forgot to take a selfie. And then, on the other hand, there is the beautiful people that I didn't recognize from the profile pictures, and I didn't meet them. And I was so bumped after that. So if that happened to you, if you know me and I didn't say hello to you, is because I'm really clumsy and very distracted. And I recognize people on online, but then I forget their names. It's like, it's crazy. So if you see me next time, just like I said in the episode before, just come and say hello. Like, Christina, it's me. And you give me your name. And I'm in your group and I'm in Cake Friends or whatever you're in. I will sure give you a hug and a big kiss and we'll take a selfie. But meeting friends, putting faces in those profiles that you're used to interact online was for me was one of the highlights. Absolutely. And it's funny because when you see people online, when you interact with people online, you interact, you don't know what you're interacting to actually. In my case, what you see is what you get, what you hear is what you get. As I am here, and the people who were in Cake International and met me know that I'm this, what I'm exactly as I'm portraying myself. This is not a persona, this is not an avatar, this is me, and everything that I do online, that's me. And I think that's the key why my communities and my groups have lasted so long, because I'm not forcing anything. That's me. I talk to everybody. I help everybody. I answer to everybody. That's who I am, and I was like that as well. But funny, it's funny that you meet people that you believe are something online, and they're not at all. I'm not going to say name, of course. It could be for the positive or for the negative, either way. And I'm not going to say any names because I'm not here for that. But you do meet people, and you're like, oh, this person this person used to talk to me online. Now it's not even saying hi. Well, funny. Or people that you like, they're very, very shy online and they came and they hug you and say, I love you so much. I've seen you online. It's like, wow, yeah, great. Oh, I'm so happy. So meeting people was fun in every single sense, was fun in the sense of positive encounters. I'm not going to say negatives because there was nothing. Even the luggage wasn't a negative. The positive, the not so positive, the interactions, everything was quite an experience. But I have to say, the lesson, because this is all about lessons. The luggage had their lessons. Um, let go, trust people, let them help you. That was one of my lessons. Second lesson, no expectations. And I think the whole weekend, everything that happened was awesome because I didn't have expectations. Even with the luggage, I was bumped, but I didn't have expectations. I was already thinking of plan B. Is I'm going to buy clothes. I'm going to buy another dress to go to the awards, and we'll see what happened, or somebody will lend me something. I'm not going to stop. I was bummed to the first day and I was crying in bed and thinking I'm just want to go home. And then I said, well, Christina, come on, you're here, you enjoy everything that you pay for, you enjoy everything that you're doing, and if you have to go in using your jeans to the gala, well, you do it. And so I had a plan B and it worked out without a plan B, thank goodness. I had no expectations with my piece, and so it made me happy to have my bronze award. I actually didn't have expectations with people as well because I stopped having expectations with people a long time ago. And it worked out. It worked out because I took all the good and left, and not the bad because it wasn't bad, but left all the not so good behind because, as I said, you have to no expectations. You don't know what you're gonna get when you see people. So, but it was great. It was great to put names, to put faces on the names, and to put feelings on the meaning of this person of the cake artist. It was surprising in every single way. Um, I'm the kind of person that just come up. I just come to you and say hello, and if I admire you, I will say it. There are a few that I just didn't have the chance to meet because I was either busy figuring out what to do with my luggage, or I was demoing, or I was doing something else. And there are a few of you that I was looking forward to meet, and I couldn't. But next time for sure, because there's going to be a next time. I will be back absolutely. Then finally, about the Cake International event, we're not getting into the awards yet. I had the amazing experience of teaching, of demoing. for the Sugar National Sugar Art Association and for Sarajevo. And oh man, that's like that's my thing. Talking to people, seeing people there, stopping by, asking me about what I do, asking about the product that I was using, um, getting to know their stories. There's so many beautiful stories of cake artists, bakers, home bakers that are out there and trying, trying to get into the business or trying uh, to start into this cake community. And it's great because when you see these people, you realize like I was there 15 something years ago, and now I'm here sitting in the other side of the table sharing with them. And it's just a feeling of being thankful for everything that has happened. It's sad that it had to take a pandemic to sort this out, because a lot of people lost people, jobs, careers, and everything through that. um, but I have to say that in my case, it gave me an opportunity. 2 years ago, nobody knew who I was, and today or this weekend, I had the chance to be amongst the best of the best and call them friends and cake artists, fellow cake artists. It was overwhelming in a good sense. It was a lot of happiness. It was very fulfilling, and yeah, definitely that's what I'm do what I'm here for. That's what I do. I am here to help people, to teach them, to demo, to talk to them. You figure, right? I've been talking here for a long time, and you figure that I like talking. But yes, and going back to meeting people, audience that was there on the fair that got so many beautiful feedback. One of the takeaways that I have from this experience, and I'm going to treasure it forever, and I don't know the name of this lady because I just met her. She was, after the results came, the results of the competition, I was taking picture of my piece, and this lady just come up and start looking at the piece, looking thoroughly to the little girl and every detail. And I just, me being me, I just come and say, do you like it? Do you like my piece? I made it, and this is my little girl. And she was like, I don't like it. I love it. The energy that this little girl has, that's me. That I feel related to this, to the energy that transmits this piece. It has a story. It has energy. It has life. And I was like, wow. I mean, yeah, because I know the feeling. I know it does, but I didn't know other people could connect with that. And then the lady said, I just moved here. For what I understood, she lived in somewhere else in the UK and they moved to Birmingham. I just moved here and I came for this Cake International, for this fair for the first time. And I'm just looking around. And I was afraid of participating because I thought it to be overwhelmed to participate amongst so many good artists. But your piece, your little girl, the energy that that little girl has, that's me. And that piece gave me the strength to participate next year. Wow, I get chills. I'm talking to you. I'm getting chills right now because for me, and I told this lady, I wish I knew her name, but I told this lady, you made my day. It was not the bronze that the judges gave me. It's your comment because that's why I do it. I do it for this. I do it to transmit something through my art. And wow, that was like, I'm getting chills. I'm getting emotional about this. This was one of the highlights. So teaching, getting to know people, demoing, and getting that feedback that whatever I do with my hands is transmitting some energy to the other side. Wow, that's all I need. And oh God, this is, like I said, this is going to be long and more to the personal side. I just hope you can get something away from all of this. And now I'm going to stop just for a little while to share with you some of our sponsors, and I will come back with all the juicy details of the Cake Awards. And this month, the Art Cake Coach podcast is brought to you by Saracino. It's sponsored by Saracino. Saracino Dolce products, they are amazing. They are my go-to products when I need to make any topper. I especially use their modeling paste, pasta model. It comes in different colors, ready to use, and for me is a great fit for any of the pieces that I make, even for cake collaborations or cake competitions. And also, of course, their free monthly magazine, We Love Pastry, that you can download for free every single month. In each issue, you will find a lot of beautiful tutorials by very talented artists from around the globe, and you can enjoy reading interesting interviews and blogs. And of course, check out all the creations made by all of you using Saracino product. I will be leaving all the links for downloading this month's magazine here in the descriptions of this episode. Thank you so much, Saracino, for being part of the Art Cake Coach. Okay, so one of the other highlights of this event that happens every year is the Cakes Master Magazine's award. It's actually called the Cake Oscars between all of us because it is the highlight. Is like the award to be nominated to or to go to. And man, did I get my red carpet moment. My dress arrived, of course, in my bag that got lost. So I was very happy about that. Guess what? The color of my dress is lavender, of course, because I love purple and all its shades and forms and shapes. And it was very shiny, and I felt like a princess. And I was so happy with my dress. And my friends, I have. Oh, you don't. I didn't mention this, but I have the squad, the best group of friends, my four. It's four of us that we travel together to every show, and these are my Spanish girls. They're all from Spain, and me from Portugal. So we call the Iberian the Iberian team. It's I mean, they're the best, and we all look so good. We had our dresses. I mean, we were sparkling. People had to put like sunglasses when we got in. It was so funny. We were laughing because we were the people. Some of the guests were, very very elegant, black and dark colors. We looked like Christmas balls from a Christmas tree, but we don't care. We were so happy about being there and just sharing there. And one of my friends was nominated, Raquel Garcia, for sculptor. She is amazing. And we had an amazing table with two nominees, one from modeling, one from sculpting, and two beautiful ladies from the Netherlands that we met there as well. So it was a fun table to be in. We took our pictures in the red carpet with background, with all the sponsors and all the things. It was a red carpet moment. And it was so nice to see not everybody like, okay, you see everybody so dressed up and so good. I mean, we saw the best of the best in there, and we were in that room with them. I was starstruck. Absolutely, I was like like giggling like a little girl, like, can I take a picture with you? That was me. I'm sorry if I did that to you, if you're listening to this. And taking pictures with the friends, dancing all night. The awards were beautiful. There was a beautiful homage to the late Nicholas Lodge, that was a beacon of this industry, and we lost him this year. So it was a special. He was actually um, both given a lifetime achievement award and the Cake Hero Award. So it was emotional. It was nice. Then we had, of course, the nominees. They were so overwhelmed, so emotions. I was so emotional about everything that they achieved. It's like, come on, you get an award for your career as a cake artist. That has to be overwhelming. But I don't know, maybe next year this podcast could be nominated for learning experience. I hope so. We'll see what happens. But it was another learning experience. Let's go back to the learning experiences, me and the teaching. um, I had two nominees on my table. My friend Raquel nominated for the second time, and Christina Sbuel, I think is her last name. I hope I'm not saying it wrong. Also from Spain, nominated for modeling. She's amazing. And they didn't they were called as nominees, but they didn't win. And of course, to Raquel, who's my dearest, and I gave her a hug and said, "You're gonna get it next time." She was like, "Well, it's the second year. I don't know." I was like, "Well, the third is the charm. We never know." And to Christina, who was there, she was very humble and very, even though it's a bummer, it's still a bummer when you don't win, right? Because you're almost there, but you didn't win. And I also talked to her, and I said to both of them, "You're halfway there." I tried to be a nominee this year for the podcast, and it didn't happen. Now I didn't even get to the nominations. You guys got to the nominations. You're halfway there. You're already almost there, and think of it as you have one more full year of opportunities to shine and to showcase your work and to become even better of what you are. So I hope to see you next year in this table as winners. And I wish that to every nominee and to every person who's out there trying to be in this part of these awards. Even if you're not nominee, just try to go. It's quite a fun experience. And just keep knocking on that door. Keep trying to get that nomination. Why not? It's what is the worst thing that can happen? That you don't get a nomination? Well, I mean, you go and dance. That's what I did. I went and danced all night, and I had the chance to meet amazing people. And one of my cake heroes, Karen Portaleo, was there. And I had the chance to talk to her and to take a picture with her. I was so starstruck that I don't know what I said to her. I was gonna tell her so many things in my head. I had so many things that I wanted to say, and I just came out like, I took a modeling chocolate class with you during the pandemic, and it was good. And she was like, "And did you like the modeling chocolate?" I said, "No." I didn't know what I was saying. I was like, "No, I loved your class, but I realized that I'm not good with modeling chocolate." And she was like, "Well, it's okay next time." I wanted to talk to her about her paintings. There's a good that I used them in daily basis, and I didn't talk to her about that. Um, there was so many other people that I wanted to like sit down and talk to them. I had a picture with Luma's cake with Javiera Socar, which is Venezuelan like me, and I just wanted, to connect because we're Venezuelan. I just had the chance to take a picture, and nothing else because it was very hectic. Other winners, other people that I wanted to meet that I didn't see, and but it was a fun night. I mean, we stayed up until very late dancing and having fun. So I just want to take a little bit of this space to congratulate all of the winners of this cake masters awards. I have to say that I'm very, very, very happy to mention that some of the winners, and I'm going to look for their names here before I say something wrong. Some of the winners of this cake masters were actually are part of our group, Cake Friends Stay Creative, and the nominees as well. And when I saw their names out there, I was like, wow, I these people is part of my community, and I couldn't be more proud and more honored to have you all there. So I want to say congratulations here in this space to Adelina Baiku. I hope I'm saying right your name, sweetie. Sylvia Jankowski for the cookies, Emily Hawkins for the painting, Shani Setabai, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, sweetie, and Lulu Lucero, because they won the awards and they're part of our community. And to the nominees are part of our community as well, because you made our community great. Everybody does. I mean, nominees or not, whoever you are, you make our community great. But it's an honor to have you there because you share your talent with us and you share your expertise with us. And I mean, that's a lot. And I couldn't ask for anything else. So congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to, I mean, all the people who participated in the cake competition in Cake International and won something. Be happy, be grateful, be enjoy the moment because it's a once in a lifetime thing, or not. Maybe we can come back next year. But it's a highlight. It's a highlight of our cake life, and And you should be proud of yourself. All of you should be proud of yourselves. So, it's a long episode, like I said, more to the personal side. I wanted to share my story with all of you. A lot of beautiful stories to come out of this, even from the bad ones. And I made a little resume of, let me just take a sip of water. I've been talking a lot. I made a little resume of the things that I learned. So I learned that community is important, and we are a big K community. We should be thankful for that community. We shouldn't stay in the stage. Let me see how I put this in a nice way, because I'm a nice person. Um, we shouldn't stay in the feeling of comparison, competition, like me in competition, feeling better or worse than anybody else. Because at the end of the day, it is a community with space for everyone. So that's one of the things that I learned. Let people support and help. The big lesson of this weekend. So, as I'm here to help you, I thank you for all of you who helped me in the moment that I needed. Friendship, friendship is everything, because it gives you fuel to keep going, to just to be there. So shout a big shout out and big hug to all of my sweet friends that took the time to say hello and take a picture with me this weekend. It is a lot going on in these kinds of events, so don't feel bad, don't feel like you're missing out on on things. Feel that you did as much as you could, and you met the people that you were supposed to meet, and that you did what you were supposed to do, and there's always going to be a next year. Another very important thing, thank goodness I speak three languages. And my recommendation to many of my Swiss friends is, you should speak at least English if you go to these events, because it could be overwhelming. And languages is important, guys. So maybe we should do a podcast about uh, cake artists who need to speak more languages. I don't know. Good surprises, bad surprises. True. With people, with places, with situations, with everything. But always a learning experience. No expectations. That's the key of everything. Do not have expectations for anything. Your work, people, and even the hotel, don't have expectations, and just enjoy it, enjoy the moment. In 4 days you'll be back home, so it's good not to have expectation. Was very pleased and very I'm gonna say in awe of how well organized this event is. And that was a learning experience for me as well, because if by any chance in the future I believe I will put something together, that will be my teaching academy. Cake International is a machine that is very well organized, and they know what they're doing, definitely. uh Other thing that I learned, I love to teach, I love to share with people. That's my thing. So it's funny, because I was talking to a friend yesterday, and I was telling her, we cannot all do the same thing. There's people who are there for the competition, and I mean they thrive in there, that's their thing. There's people who's there for, meeting people and taking pictures, or learning. They have courses and classes there as well, or buying products. Just go there for shopping because you like shopping, that's what you like to do. Me, is teaching. That's what that I realized that that's what I love to do, and I'm just gonna keep doing it as long as I can. And to whoever want me to help them. So yeah, we don't have all to do the same thing. We don't necessarily have to compete to be part of it. We don't necessarily have to teach to be part of it. So find your thing. Find where your heart it's happy doing. So because that makes a whole difference. um it's always important to set time with your friends, and to give that attention to people, because you never know in the future what you need. You might need clothes if your luggage gets lost. So it's good to cultivate friendship. Those are the things that I learned, and I'm sure going to be back next year, probably on a direct flight and with a hand luggage, but I will be back for sure. Guys, this is it for today. I am so happy that you took the time to listen to my adventures. And I really hope, like I've been saying this whole episode, that you can take something away from all of these stories. And if you didn't go this year to Cake International, I really hope to see you there next year, and that you just leave all your insecurities at home and participate and go and fly and be there with us. If you have any feedback, I would love to hear your feedback about this episode. Just leave me a comment on any of my social media. I will be leaving the links here on the episode, as well as the link of Sargina Magazine, who is our sponsor for this episode and will be sponsoring this month Art K Coach podcast. I will be leaving the links to my piece so you can check it out. My little girl, she's fun. She's really fun, and to all of the pictures that we took this weekend, and to the cake awards as well. So I will be leaving a lot of links, and I will say goodbye as I'll always say goodbye, my sweet friends. Stay safe, first of all. Take care of yourself. I'm going to add one more: no expectations. Let people help you. And as always, stay creative. I love you all. Thank you for all your help. Thank you for being there on the other side. And hopefully, I made some very good friends and contacts. We will be having great guests for this podcast in the future. Love you all. Stay safe, stay creative, my friends. Bye bye. My sweet, sweet friend, if you liked this episode, if you love this podcast, I will kindly ask you to leave me a started review, whatever you're listening to this episode. That is available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and I think a couple of other ones. But in any of those, just leave me a review. Leave me a couple of stars or 5 stars if you like it. So people will find this episode, the algorithm would put it out there, and more of our K community will benefit from it. Share it with your friends. Download the episode and share them. Share them on your social media and tag me, because I will answer you back. Of course I will. And send me comments, send me your review, send me your feedback. Even if you don't agree with anything that I say, I would love to hear your opinion. You can find me in any of my social media accounts. I will be leaving the links here on this episode description. I'm on Facebook as The Art Cake Experience. I am on Instagram at Christina_The Art Cake Experience, or you can even find me on YouTube, my YouTube channel, The Art Cake Experience channel. So thank you so much for listening, and please leave me your review and leave me your comments and your feedback. I would love to hear what you have to say about any of these episodes.